Hey everybody, this is Jennifer. I am coming to you with a quick video about duplicate listings. The reason I'm doing this is I was just watching videos about ways your account can get suspended, and they had a lot of great information, but I noticed a lot of the videos left out the duplicate listing policy. I think it's really easy to have this happen, and in case you do not know it, there is an eBay tool that you can check daily if you like to see if you have any duplicate listings and get them off of there before eBay finds them. If you are new, or if you are selling less than 400 items a month, which I am, your violations accrue over a 12-month period. If you're selling more than 400 items a month, then they only look back a 3-month period. However, what happened to me was a few years ago, I had a duplicate listing. I was using a MarketWorks program, which is a marketplace management software. And they were supposed to have like this safety net in place that if you're sending up a duplicate listing, they're checking eBay and they're going to stop that from happening. And it glitched. It didn't work. And a duplicate was sent up, and I had about 500, 600 auctions on. They caught that one item and they sent me a warning. And then I was like, oh, I at the time did not even know, like, how do I prevent this? I mean, you can't go and check, 4 or 5, 600 auctions, to make sure every item I'm sending up is not a duplicate. So I kind of forgot about it. I never intended to do it again, but it did happen again in 6 months. And I was suspended for 14 days because of that second duplicate item out of thousands and thousands of auctions, 6 months apart. So, this is something kind of everyone needs to know about. What I did check, I thought, well, maybe they changed their policy, like it's not as big of a deal as it was, and that's not true. It is a big deal. I found the page, and on this page, I do have a link below so you can find it easily. But on this page, it tells you what duplicate listings are. It explains everything in great detail. But, if you read here, it says, make sure your listings follow these guidelines. If they don't, some or all of your listings may be ended or not displayed in the eBay search results. You may also be subject to a range of actions, including listing fees not being refunded and limits of your buying and selling privileges. And that is very true. They will suspend you. So I'm just going to show you how to very, very easily check for duplicate listings to avoid this from ever happening. Even if you're listing through eBay, and I've seen it happen, where I'm listing something twice, not intentionally. I'm not sure exactly what happens. Maybe I've listed it and I didn't get rid of it from my unsold items. Whatever the reason, doesn't really matter. The fact is that it can happen. But I've seen them say, hey, this is a duplicate listing, you don't want to send this up again. But I've also had them sneak through and wind up as duplicate listings, even through eBay. So they do have a tool, and the tool's over here. And again, the link is below, so you can just click on that link, and it's a duplicate listing scanner for eBay items. And this is so super, it's so easy to use, and it will literally take you 20 seconds just to make sure your account will not get suspended for a duplicate listing. So you just go over to the side and under seller name, so for me, I'll just put Treasure Peak. And down here, you can, like, here's eBay Australia and Austria and Belgium. Of course, I'm in just the US, so all I'm checking is the US. And then I click Get Items, and it scans all my items, and it says 352 listings were processed, duplicates were not detected. So I'm okay. And I can do this every day. I usually do send up things and relist every day. I have items going off every day. So I really almost want to do this on a daily basis. Sometimes I forget, but you really want to, because I know I never want that to happen again. That was like such a bummer when that happened. But this is really easy. It's a great way to avoid a problem, and one you didn't even intend to happen. Just make sure if you have an item, here's a good example, even if you're selling used, you're like, well, I only sell a unique one-of-a-kind items. Even they can like accidentally be duplicated. Like I said, sometimes you'll leave it, you'll resend it up and it stays in your unsold items. You don't realize you sent it up and you try to send it up again. So even if you have those unique one-of-a-kind items, that can happen. Or here's another example, and you may not think you're doing a duplicate listing, but it will trigger this response from eBay. I picked up a stack of Aria jeans, and out of 5, 2 of them, like there was 2 pairs, 2 and 2, that they were like 32 and 34, and the other one was 33 and 34, and everything about them was, it was the same brand, it was the same style, it was the same everything. So I had 2 pairs that were identical to each other. So what I had to do, I couldn't, even though they were different jeans, I can't create auctions for them because they're going to have the same exact keywords, and they're going to trigger this response from eBay, and you're going to get dinged. And if I did 2 pairs together like that, I may get 2 removed at the same time. I'll get no warning and they'll just suspend me because I didn't have just 1, I had 2 together. So just be really careful of that. If you have items that have very, very, very similar keywords, you may want to just sell one item and then put up the other just to avoid any problems that you might have. Okay, that's all I have for today. I hope you find this very helpful. I know I did when I found this tool. And I hope your eBay sales are going great. And I will see you next time.